Scene 1, take 1, which you can't even see.
What am I doing? I asked you what do you want me to do?
Script's right here, read it!
This is like you guys description.
Hello sir, I'm a representative.
I can sing happy birthday.
It's just lost your face.
Alright, action.
Get in the fucking shower!
Don't shout at me! Open the fucking door!
To be fair, you also pressed the wrong doorbell.
Well, one day Lewis was just doing loads of silly voices, and there was one particular that had such charisma, it made me think of Door-to-Door Salesman. So I kind of just banged like an idea of Lewis playing a Door-to-Door Salesman. I thought, you know, I might just make that as a little sketch at some point, just do that in my free time. And then after a while, I needed an idea for one of my modules, so I decided to just take this film and develop it further. Because I developed it further, it's now the film that you see today. It's actually a lot better than it would have been as like a teeny tiny sketch of just like an an interaction between a guy in his doorway and a salesman who won't leave him alone, to a salesman that somehow infiltrates his house.
Hello sir!
For fuck's sake!
Did I not mention about the amazing deals and discounts you can get? Oscar basically was a little bit panicked because he couldn't find someone for his part. I wasn't doing anything at the time, so I just came up. Next thing I know, he burst into my room, threw a bloody tie and this shirt at me, and told me to get dressed. And I thought, why not?
Well, Oscar came to me one day in the house and asked me if I'd want to be part of his project for university, and I said, well, of course.
I mean, my role was pretty simple. I was just holding the boom the entire time. That was it. Aside from following the camera and having to redo shit because the mic kept hitting the wall.
Hello sir, I represent Monsters Energy, and I admit...
You hit the mic on the door.
For fuck's
sake! You know this is going to be the way. Why don't I just come from under?
For fuck's sake, why didn't I think of that? Travis, he was meant to start this job where he would have been a door-to-door salesman, effectively this character, and he would have been selling boilers. And when he told me about it, I was convinced it's a pyramid scheme.
When it comes to the actual creation, like how I played the character, I've worked in retail before, so I know how to fake a smile. It's very easy, and you know how to do it. Hello, sir! Did you know you're wasting so much water? But on new state-of-the-art boilers, you will save 15%. When it comes to the actual emotion itself, I'm trying to sell you something. I want to be as happy as possible, but I also want to be a little bit too pushy at the same time. And the voice itself, I've always been very good at changing my voice. It's just something I've done naturally over time. And when I'm thinking salesman, I'm thinking really high pitched, really happy, really wants to sell you something. Probably speaks a little too fast for his actual thinking pan. And it just comes in. Act a little goofy, act a little impulsive and pushy. And when the customer says no,
I'm not interested.
still shove it in their face until they say yes.
To prepare for the role, I mean, I know that Oscar would come to me with different ideas, and I wasn't quite sure of which idea he would go with. But all the ones he came to me with seemed very interesting, and it seemed like projects I'd be more than happy to help with. And he gave me the script the night before, actually, and when I got it, I read through it. It seemed really good to me, but I didn't really get a chance to rehearse, practice my lines or anything. I was just straight fell asleep, woke up the next morning, right, we're filming, and I mean, the lines weren't hard to learn, and he allowed us to improvise, and as long as we were roughly going in the direction the script told us to go in.
One thing I couldn't believe was, because Alex told me I was a crap actor. He's not a crap actor. Like, I've shown this film to my parents. The one of the things they said was that he's actually really good at acting, and it shows. Like, we were, like, if you look at the shot when they were going down the stairs, like from the bathroom originally, that was the second take, because the first take, Alex surprised us. He went all out with screaming and just improvised.
Get out of my house! What are you doing here?
Sir, we have not. If you get out of this, you get even.
Get out of my house!
Would you not like to say 17%?
Well, literally, make him fall down the stairs. It's unfortunate. And he stopped, and we were like, "No, you should have kept going. We weren't expecting it." So we were like, we redid the shot and got him to do it again, and we did it fully. And that, like, what was it? We had a total of 4 takes, I think, and yeah, 2 of them where we didn't know what we were doing with it. Really, it was just a lot of experimentation. It was just Alex's performance that just led that entire scene. So me and Travis had to be ready the second time to literally walk out of the bathroom. Travis was holding the mic over my shoulder, so we just had to walk down the stairs and follow and hope we don't make too much noise off footsteps. So he wanted that tracking shot because it was just so good. And honestly, yeah, working at Perriman was great.
I think it went smoothly. I mean, I had to fit in some awkward places. I'm a big boy, so that doesn't transcend quite well. Like, I had to stand on the side of a toilet and sit on the actual back of a toilet at one point because we needed to get the shot in the bathroom, which wasn't in the final film, which I'm quite annoyed about.
I mean, there were some hiccups during production, such as uncontrollable things like the weather. Because we shot this over a several-day period, and sometimes like a week or so would go by between shoots, and so matching the weather and also dealing with the rain.
Please,
sometimes we'd have to call the shoot off
doorway!
or postpone it for say, an hour or two just until the rain cleared up, and that was annoying. And I can understand how Oscar was getting frustrated because he wanted to get the film over and done with, but obviously these things are uncontrollable, and they happen on every production, big or small.
Oh, I would say it was definitely interesting. Oscar, when it comes to directing, he knew what he wanted to do, and he actually took on board a lot of things that me and Alex and Travis said. And while he didn't take everything on, he did take on some of the things, and I think he definitely liked it more afterwards. Alex, as the protagonist, I guess, hurt my soul a lot, but I mean, that was the point. But yeah, Travis, he was just having a laugh all the time, so nothing really new there.
No, nowhere fucking near it went smooth. Oh my god, no. This was, an 8-minute film, and we spent probably a full day in total working on it. Like, not just a day as in 9 to 5, I mean like a full 24 hours trying to make this film.
We had a lot of fun while working on this, and I think that shines through in the final product, and you should see the outtakes, seriously.
Some of the shots, you reckon?
Pizza time. Thank you for choosing.
How do your chest like, maybe?
Yes, because this is how pizza guys deliver pizza.
Hold it 2 hands.
I've got a donkey's with a carrot in front of me.
Perfect. Alright.
The amount of times we corpsed because Lewis fucked up his lines and it became untranslatable. It was like, and then we were there like, what? Oh god.
Lewis speaking at the speed of light and then mumbling all over every single word.
Like literally just opening the door, close the door again because he fucked up his line, and then go again.
How the fuck are you dry already?
Is there another pizza?
There were so many laughs and so much fuckery that there was just no work getting done.
I told you to fuck off, I don't want to buy your fucking boiler.
Daddy.
Why? It was going so well. Try and
Got my line.
pizza time. You asked
Me and
me
Travis
about pizza
had this
time.
running joke at the end. Bogo would go, Daddy, because we're strange and peculiar children.
I said daddy so much that day. More than any reasonable person should do.
Thank you for choosing Papa Ron's for our meaty goodness.
Alright. Oh my god. Travis at the end was really helpful with these lines because I had no clue what I was like. I knew I wanted some sort of like one-liner for the final part of the film, but I didn't know what to put.
I'm glad I jerked on his pizza now. But yeah, Oscar didn't really know where to go with the last line. I think he had like a general idea, like he wanted it to be a funny one-liner. I think he had one, but I can't remember what it was. It wasn't funny. I will admit it wasn't funny.
So, I watch a lot of like American cartoons, American sitcoms, and things like that. That's been a massive influence. There's like at least one episode of Family Guy. They do it in quite a lot of episodes where they're like, oh, we can't actually do product placement, so they'll take things like Burger King, McDonald's, or like just the products, like their branded products. For example, Nuggets, they'll give like a random ass name. I think they called it Burger Kong in this episode as well. And I thought when I was writing the script, I did a play on that. Every time I had a product in it, I wanted to change it.
In the final scene, Oscar got us to follow Travis after he had delivered the pizza. Oscar wanted just the audio, but I thought he wanted to film Travis walking away as well. So I was there standing with the boom, trying to get out of shot. And then Oscar gives me a weird look and is like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Well, I'm trying to get out of the shot." And he's like, "Well, this is just for the audio." Because the mic was connected to the camera, I thought that's what he meant. So in the end, yeah, I just followed Travis a few times, got the sound of his clothes rustling, the footsteps walking away, and it seemed to be quite good, yeah.
With the film in general, there's a lot of continuity issues because of the lighting. Because typical British weather, it changed significantly. It could have been like, it was like an average sort of grey day, which worked really well. That was very consistent for the few weeks we were actually filming. And then next thing you know, it was heaping it down with rain. It was like monsoon season, and then we couldn't shoot outside, and then it got darker inside. So you look at a few scenes, they're so inconsistent that it affects the lighting. But at the same time, I just don't want to have to redo every single shot because of the lighting. So I thought I'll just leave it because it's something that really can't be helped. But I'm a little bit disappointed because of the way I shot it, I think, and the fact that I'm not a good editor. It's come out a little bit crap. Like, not as good as like the actual rough cut. The rough cut looked significantly better in my opinion. It's also before I even added any of the bits of Lewis appearing on the TV. That scene was so much funnier as a rough cut where he's just looking at a blank screen and reacting. I think that's actually, I should have done that instead because it actually was slightly funnier.
The fuck?
So that's a bit disappointing, but to date, this is the best thing I've actually written and produced, and I'm very happy with it. I think the story works really well.
I thought it was quite an enjoyable experience, especially because with COVID, from the end of my degree, I never even went on campus and met my fellow students. I never worked in a crew.
Action! Hello, sir! Did you know that you waste about 15% of your water with the old boilers? Well, with ours, you'll save all of it!
So this was as close as I actually got to working in a crew, and
Sorry. What the fuck did he just say?
I found it to be quite enjoyable, especially with people that you know and trust, and also you trust in their capabilities, so you know it's not going to be a shoddy piece of work. It's going to be something good, and I enjoy being a part of something like that.